Um, First things first, Assassin's Creed Shadows multiplayer might actually be real. For those unaware, Assassin's Creed used to feature multiplayer. And actually it was pretty underrated in my opinion. There's been a couple games that have came out on Steam that have tried to replicate the formula, but they haven't quite hit the same. I think part of the reason is it doesn't take place in the Assassin's Creed universe.
Poison Ivy's only fans before Selena.
Yo, shout out to Ash Parth with the sub. Appreciate it. But it looks like it could return with the latest entry that the Go Woke Go Broke crowd said is absolute trash. Yeah, Deceive Inc. That's what it was called. So let's read along. According to PC Games In, I don't know what that N stands for, but if Assassin's Creed Black Flag remains one of the most beloved games in the series, it's partly because it was the last time AC had full multiplayer. I think it was just because people like the pirates, but whatever. 12 years later, and the competitive sneaking and stabbing that first began with Brotherhood is yet to make a return. But that could be about to change as Ubisoft prepares to announce what's next for its latest Japan set stealth RPG. Hidden code strings suggest that Assassin's Creed Shadows multiplayer could be a reality. Given that we have two protagonists, Naoe and Yasuke, perhaps a full co-op mode will also make sense. Here's hoping. It's just over a month since Assassin's Creed Shadows was first released, and it's remained one of the best loved games in the entire stealth and RPG series. Sweeping vistas, swift combat and sneaking mechanics, and a solid story mark a return form for AC. But Ubisoft apparently has more to come. Today, Wednesday, April the 30th, the developer will officially reveal more about Assassin's Creed Shadows' future, but before that, however, data miners have unearthed possible proof of a new multiplayer mode seemingly hidden in the code for AC Shadows. Bootstrap is an open source nerd tool used to create and modify websites. By examining the Bootstrap files for AC Shadows, modder Slider V2 has found mentions of multiplayer, PvP, PvP maps, and you can see it in the images below. Didn't Unity have multiplayer? No, Unity had co-op. Technically it had multiplayer, but it was co-op. When we say multiplayer, we're talking about PvP. Brotherhood had PvP, and like you said, Black Flag had PvP. It was actual mode where you snuck around and killed other actual people, controlled characters. It was pretty fun. It was pretty unique I think it was ahead of its time. Like the world just wasn't ready for it. But as you can see, they found in the code mentions of PvP. Now, does this guarantee that it's coming to Assassin's Creed Shadows? No. But the reason data mining is important is a lot of times you can find things that could potentially come to a game, because a lot of times when they're working on something, it gets left in the code. That's how these leakers be finding all these characters leaking for Marvel Rivals. But it doesn't guarantee it, because a lot of times developers will leave stuff in the code if it doesn't affect the game, because it's just extra work. If it's not affecting how the game runs, they'll just leave it. So this doesn't guarantee that it's actually going to be in the game. Yo, shout out to T-Dubs with the sub, appreciate it. Bootstrap, I may or may not use that in my day-to-day. Okay, we got the Borderlands guy in here. I do taxes in Florida. We got an extension due to disaster, so May 1st was our last day. Okay. I be forgetting Florida do everything backwards. You're right. You might remember that Assassin's Creed's Animus Hub was launched at the same time as Shadows, given that Ubisoft is seemingly trying to correlate the entire series onto one virtual platform. The return of multiplayer feels a little more plausible. We'll have to wait and see what developers reveal, but if you're feeling optimistic, perhaps Ubisoft will confirm AC Shadows at its showcase today. So there you have it. It's a big fat maybe. The question is, do y'all want multiplayer to come back to Assassin's Creed?
Just donated a sub to the less fortunate.
Shout out to Ash Parth with the sub, appreciate it. Yeah, I have like 10,000 lines worth of code in my apps and don't do anything but maybe do something in the future. Said no. I wouldn't mind it, because I mean, it's not a focus, right? Their focus was putting out a single player action RPG, right? Stealth RPG. They did that to success, and now we're in the post-launch. Maybe they want to keep people interested in the game. I'd be more concerned if this was a part of the launch product, because then I feel like it might take away from the single player experience when we know Ubisoft has been fucking up. But since this is an afterthought and they're just extending the life of the game, I'm not mad at it, especially if it's free. No, only co-op. The problem with co-op is I feel like co-op has to be an integral part of the game development from the get-go. Like, you have to design a game around co-op. Otherwise, it's not going to come across as like correct. An example being Assassin's Creed Unity. That co-op was clearly an afterthought. I don't want another Unity.
That means for every donation TBH gets, I get the
Shout out to
chance
Crypto
play
with the $10 super chat.
into Sonic's dreamy green
This man
eyes.
paid his taxes and dropped the super chat. What's your excuse, PS4 nigga? With the exception being probably Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of Tsushima's co-op was an afterthought, but it was a good afterthought. It was clear, even though it was an afterthought, they had like a storyboard, they had something planned, and they said after we finish the game, we're gonna start working on this. So it wasn't 100% an afterthought, but usually shit that's like an afterthought, I don't want it tacked on. So yeah, look out for it. Don't be surprised if it ever gets announced. Does anybody have like the full video? Because I have some more stuff in regards to Assassin's Creed. I saw they added some quality of life stuff, but I don't know where the full video. Does anybody have the full video of this? Because apparently they're adding more animations in regards to somebody. Shout out to Proximus. He tagged me in this yesterday.
We're adding a height gaining back eject as well as a fully reanimated height gaining side eject. And
Player
a new
sucks.
parkour interaction, which is called the vertical ledge jump, to grab awnings and low overhangs when a wall run is not an option.
And this is one of my problems with Shadows. Like when the parkour is good, it's good, but then there's moments where it feels really janky. And I think they know that because they're adding new animations to make the climbing more smoother. Because it definitely could be better. The fuck does this mean? It means the parkour is gonna be smoother. Do you think I should get a 4080 now? Yeah, if you can afford it, before tariffs come into play, because it's gonna go up. Otherwise, let me see if I can find something on there. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Shadows update. See, 1 year roadmap. Ubisoft. Oh, here we go. This is it. Let's check it out. 1 year roadmap.
Greetings, Assassin. My name is Simon. I'm Associate Game Director on Assassin's Creed Shadows.
See how quick it is to Google something?
Community developer. Assassin's Creed Shadows launched about a month ago.
Good luck even finding one. They be having them at Micro Center. When I go to Micro Center, they be having a wall full of them if you have a Micro Center near you. But online, yeah, it might be a bitch to find.
On behalf of everyone at Ubisoft Quebec, as well as
Splinter Cell open world would be trash. I agree. I don't want no Splinter Cell open world. Javin said that in the YouTube chat. No, thank you. Splinter Cell open world is the last two Ghost Recon games, and I didn't like them, so no, thank you. What made Splinter Cell great is it was a tight, concise experience with a strong narrative.
all of our partners around the world who helped us on this journey.
Less open world games, less.
Thank you to our players.
But the launch of the game is only the beginning. Now we turn our eyes towards the future and review in this first video a little more about our post-launch plans.
All right, regular content. Story drops, new difficulty, photo mode, new game plus, community feedback. They're just these niggas said we need a fifth box. They just put something there. Special collaborations, parkour updates, specific feature updates, codex updates, and then store drops. Oh wow, great, more things to buy. New items in an exchange, new rewards, and then new projects.
Between new free quests, specific features updates, codex updates.
Who uses photo mode? Ethos. Surprisingly, a lot of people use photo mode. Don't be surprised just because you don't use it. A lot of people use photo modes in different games. People enjoy that stuff. Like some people like just hopping in the game and like taking pictures and shit like that. They could use it like a wallpaper or something.
Chat. Your donation will go towards a pair of running shoes. I'll need those to get away from my stalker.
Yo, shout out to Cam the King with the $10 super chat.
Conspiracy spreading.
He said, watching the podcast right now, just to come by and hit the support, hit the like button. Shout out to you watching the podcast, the stream, and dropping a super chat. That's how you support. We appreciate you. Shout out to Cam the King. Honestly, I've been using it a lot more in the game than I usually do. Photo mode should be in every game now. I agree. It should. A lot of people really like it. You gotta think outside yourself. Bruh. Bye-bye. I'm not throwing you a toy. Bye-bye. We just went outside. Don't do this shit.
And community-driven improvements. Our journey
Yeah, photo mode could be good for like YouTube thumbnails and shit. There's reasons for it. There's reasons
in
for it.
feudal Japan has only just begun.
First and foremost, we have our first expansion, Claws of Awaji, coming later this
Claws
year.
of
which is
Awaji.
free for all of you who pre-ordered the game. This expansion opens up the island of Awaji, a brand new region for you to explore, which continues the story of Naoe and Yasuke after Shadow's epilogue ends. You can expect new abilities, new enemies, and a brand new weapon exclusive to Naoe, the bow staff.
Okay, she going Donatello, adding a whole new joint in there. Random question, but do you think if Sony drops a new PSP, it will do well? I was debating a guy who's a Nintendo fanboy, and only owns a Switch, and he was saying if a new PSP drops, it won't do well, but I think he's biased. Yeah, he's wrong. He's wrong. It would do well. There's a few reasons why it would do well. The PSP is one of the best-selling handhelds of all time. It's my personal second favorite handheld. After my favorite handheld is the Game Boy Advanced, the clamshell design. That's my favorite. My second favorite is the PSP, and a lot of people feel the same way.
For the super chat.
So no, it would do fine. Another reason I know it would sell well.
To get away from my stalker. Her name is Amy, and she's an annoying quasi.
I'm gonna get to you, C-Man. Hold up.
Illiterate smut.
Another reason I think the PSP2 would do well. It's funny because you said
subscribe to the idea of
shout out to Woozilla with the sub, the Game Boy Advance SP. Yeah.
Type of power.
Another reason I think a PSP2 would do well in this market is because handhelds are the latest trend right now. You got the Steam Deck, the Switch 1 and 2, the ROG Ally, the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal was the best-selling accessory in 2024, the best-selling gaming accessory. And all that thing does is stream PS5 games. So yeah, he's 100% a Nintendo fanboy who can't see outside of his Minish cap. I think what it is that he's holding his Hyrule shield a little bit too high, so he can't think and he can't see straight. A PSP2 would more than likely be successful if they support it. It would only fail if they don't support it. That's what I would say, because I would give it like a 10 to 20% chance of failing. But I think off the hype of, if it's called PSP2, people would be excited for that shit. Handhelds are the wave right now. That mirror shield. We not listening to Nintendo niggas, bro. They be wrapping their neck around. They be wrapping fucking GameCube controllers around their neck and shit and wearing Minish caps. We not listening to them freaky ass niggas, bro. Them niggas is frogs. And this is coming from somebody who grew up as a Nintendo kid, but no thank you. Nintendo niggas hang out downtown they city with a Luigi hat panhandling and shit. Get your ass on. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me get to my boy right here. Shout out to C-Man, Nintodlers. Yo, shout out to C-Man with the $10 super chat. He said AC Shadows map isn't as big as the previous games. Almost done exploring everywhere, probably skipping the DLC. It's not as big, but that shit is still big as fuck, bro. That shit is still big as fuck. It's too damn big. Nintendorks.
Of Awaji will be launching later.
Thanks, I told him the same thing. Hey, clip what I just said. Send it to him.
Until then.
We are planning free story drops, which will include new abilities, new allies, new activities, as well as flesh out some of the backstories of your fan favorite characters that
Hey, yo, this nigga in the YouTube chat said, I'm not gonna lie. I was gooning on my PSP back in the day, and I'm not proud of it. Hey, it's some shit, my nigga, you should just take to the grave. This nigga was in PE class in the locker room using that slow ass 3G web browser to goon on the hub. That's crazy. Yeah, I would have took that one to the fucking grave, nigga. Nigga gooning off the 2G connection, bro. The nigga gooning off the library Wi-Fi. I would have took that to the grave. On that small ass LCD screen.
Works of Louis Froyce. This will give you a deeper look at this historical Jesuit scholar who has done extensive work on literature and accounts of the period.
Your feedback has been a core focus of the team throughout development, and that's not stopping now.
Too much sharing nowadays.
Regular title updates are coming, each with impactful additions.
Like that nigga was sitting in the back of the bus. All his friends think he playing fucking Jack and Daxter and shit on his fucking PSP. What are you doing back there? Look like you're having a lot of fun, Paul. You playing Daxter? No, I'm not playing Daxter, but I'm definitely jacking something.
And changes based on your feedback and requests, with some bug fixes to continue refining the experience across all platforms.
For instance, one of the most requested features from all of you parkour enthusiasts out there, we've been working on a first parkour update that will be coming later this May.
Free all my fellas from the lust. Free all my fellas.
We're adding a height gaining back eject as well as a fully reanimated height gaining.
See, that should have been in the game. Yeah, that look way more smoother. There's times where like I be trying to climb in a game and she just be doing random shit. She be spazzing off the wall. Like it looks like they're trying to get the animations back to the level of Unity. But to that, I say to Ubisoft, like, what happened? Like, why not just stick with that engine? This should have been in the game day one. I'm glad they're adding it eventually.
A new parkour interaction, which is called the vertical ledge jump, to grab awnings and low overhangs when a wall run is not an option.
Also in May, we'll be expanding the photo mode with new filters and features, new character poses and facial expressions, and
That's
a
cool.
new way to add ambient music to give you more options when it comes to capturing the beauty
Yeah,
of
for the person who asked earlier, like, why did they do that? You see, they're adding more. First of all, photo mode was already in the game, but they're just adding more content to it. It's free. It's like if you want to make cool wallpapers and shit, people like a little sentimental shit like that, bruh. It adds value, especially because y'all be bitching and complaining about the price of these games. Y'all niggas better take every feature you can get.
Japan.
We'll be releasing our second community feedback updates, which will allow you to customize your immersion even further. This will allow you to turn off individual visual effects, such as glints on weapons during combat.
TBH chat, remember, sweep the
assassination
leg.
filters,
Fuck that gorilla.
ability
Sweep the leg.
as well as turn off the outlines around your characters during stealth sections. We're also expanding our alarm system, which you've experienced in castles, but now we bring it into the open world for even more challenge. Future updates will add the ability to toggle your headgear on or off during cutscenes. We're also adding a pretty fleshed out New Game Plus mode, which will significantly raise the level cap. And for all of you hardcore fiends out there, we're already hard at work on adding a new difficulty settings.
This nigga's not playing anything. What game is he playing?
On adding a new
Television ass acting, bro. You'll get this Family Matters ass cutscene out of here.
difficulty settings for both combat and stealth. Coming later in June, none of you will be unscathed.
He playing solitaire.
We'll be sure to share specific dates when we have them locked in, as well as tell you about what each update will contain. So sit tight and get ready to take your Shadows experience to a whole new level.
Until then,
That sound fun though, Fallout.
the Animus anomalies around Japan, complete projects, and visit the exchange for free gear and items for Assassin's Creed Shadows. You can expect more Animus content to come this summer.
Well, that's all we can share for now. So be sure to follow and subscribe.
You
to
enjoy
our
this
channels
game?
to
Yeah, I'm
keep
enjoying
up
it.
All the newest info for Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I still haven't
Be sure
beat it.
to
I'm
join our
enjoying it,
official
though.
Discord server and tell us what you want.
Need a bounty
how you
hunter
feel,
system?
And drop your
That would be
wildest
fire.
Suggestions for things we should tackle in the near future.
Me playing the DLC will be based off how I feel about the game once I've completed. And then also is there free time, because like y'all remember when like the summer used to be free? Even the summers aren't free now. Games are coming out in the summertime, bruh. Something just got announced that's coming out in July. Ethos put in the group. I'm trying to remember what it was. There's some big game coming out in July. I was like, oh my fucking god, dude. So we got to stay on top of this shit, man. We got to be on a cutting edge. Eagle Vision should not come back. Always felt like it's an easy mode feature. No, not NCAA. Not NCAA. Elden Ring's, yeah, next month. I'm cool with Eagle Vision. I like it. It doesn't bother me. You talking about Donkey Kong? Oh yeah, it's Wu Chang. It's Wu Chang. Wu Chang comes out in July, and then Donkey Kong just got announced. Like the summers used to be free, but then I mean it makes sense now because kids don't really go outside anymore. So I mean I've been arguing for it. Kids don't really go outside anymore. You might as well start releasing games during summer break. So Wu Chang, yeah, it's an action game. We was looking at it yesterday. It looked pretty fire too. It's gonna be on Game Pass. I'm not mad at this. All free content for the most part. It's cool. I'm not mad at it. Lakers only lost because it's a rebuild year. We spotted the casual basketball fan. That or you're trolling. Yo, shout out to Deluxe with the $10 super chat. I don't know why it's not going off right now on the thing, but I see you in the chat. I appreciate you, bro. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, the cope is crazy. This nigga said we're in a rebuild year with a 40-year-old. That's crazy. That's crazy. You said I'm trolling. Oh yeah, you better be. That's what I figured. I was like, this nigga gotta be trolling, bro. Oh shit. New content for people, all two people who still care about Apex Legends. Apex announces new Season 25 legend, Sparrow, and the return of arenas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Apex has officially reached that phase of a live service game where they add features that people love, they take it away, and then they bring it back and act like it's something new. Season 25 announced Prodigy, the 25th season of Respawn's Battle Royale, 25 seasons, which introduces a brand new bow-toting legend called Sparrow. Additionally, Arenas makes a return. The bow set gets some love, and Pathfinder receives a few buffs. There are also a couple other ranked updates on the way. Now, why would I want to use a bow character when there's already a bow in the game? Is he like fucking, does he get trick arrows? Do I get like a punching bow arrow or some shit like that? This news comes amid a week of layoffs that have impacted numerous EA studios, including team members who worked on Apex Legends at developer Respawn. Incredibly, the writer of the game's new legend introduced in this update was among those impacted. So they added a new character and then they fired the person who created it. Oh, shout out to EA. And then you wonder why people hate y'all. Just days before today's announcement that showcases their work. Apex Legends Sparrow imagine being sitting at home unemployed while your work gets shown to the world. That's crazy. Apex Legends Sparrow will be the first archer to grace the game, and for the first 2 weeks of the season, everyone can test out this new addition for themselves, so they're making it free for a little bit to try. If you want to keep Sparrow, however, you'll need to complete the set challenges to have him permanently added to your roster, or obviously pay for him. Sparrow, like all Legends, has 3 abilities unique to him. His tactical ability is Tracker Dart, which will highlight and reveal any nearby enemies. That's cool. Sparrow's passive is the self-explanatory Double Jump. Meanwhile, finally, his ultimate ability is Stinger Bolt, which lets Sparrow hit multiple enemies at once with 6 energy blasts in a row, meaning if 2 squads try to cross you, they'll become targets at the mercy of your... Is there a video for this? Did they drop a trailer for this? So I can actually see it in action. Is he cool? Season 25, Apex Legends. You ready for Arenas? Arenas is back! There it is. I didn't know there was a trailer. All right, let's check out the video. Is this what's gonna boost the numbers?
Easy. The pressure, the expectations. I'm just kidding.
Do you think people will compare him to Overwatch's bow and arrow character? Any character that's anything similar to Overwatch, the Overwatch community is gonna say it's a ripoff because Overwatch players can't think straight. They're too busy getting abused by Blizzard with their financial system. They're getting bonked upside the head by microtransactions all day that them niggas can't think straight. But we don't give a fuck what the Overwatch community thinks, bruh. Shut up. You niggas need to figure out why that game is called Overwatch 2. Figure that out.
For this.
Because I still haven't. Yeah, fuck that toxic ass community.
Practice and a total lack of media training.
How is his bow different from the other bow? Is what I'm trying to. Does it do more damage?
Found my target. Time to say ciao.
More eyes on you means less.
Yo, generic rap music. Yeah, they definitely got a rapper off of Fiverr. Stinger Bolt. Oh, it stuns them in place.
I mean,
that's kind of useful.
I'm on your screens, and now I'm on billboards. Check this out. Que figata.
I feel like this character would piss a lot of people off because he's probably gonna be harder to hit shots with.
It's looking like it's a blowout. Putting in all the overtime. Making my way up to the top. Coming in high. The first in line, the next in line.
I guess he's different too because he always has a weapon. Because when he drops down, I mean, he's gonna have the bow off rip.
Here I go. Do it again.
Ranked changes. That wall run is actually kind of cool. He wall ran?
I don't know how it ends. I've heard losing builds character. Let me know how that goes. Been waiting my whole life for this. Yeah. Been getting so right for this.
Is this bringing y'all back, chat?
Been waiting my whole life.
Go back. He wall ran into a snipe.
Making my way up to the top. Figure it out.
I thought it was a double jump.
I mean, the games, I'm on your screens, and now I'm on billboards. Check this out. Que figata. It's looking like it's a blowout.
I just don't care. I'm looking for this wall run.
Later, champ.
Here I go.
It must have been super early. I'm about to say I don't give a fuck if it don't show up soon.
Surprise.
Bro, I don't think he did. I think it was a double jump. It's at the beginning.
Success, it don't come overnight. Just watch me put up a fight. Locked in, I'm feeling cold as ice.
You talking about that right there? That was just a wall run, and then he just jumped back. But that was not a wall run, but that was a climb up. Every character can do that, from what I remember. He ran up the wall. Everybody, it's mounting. Every character can do that. I think he just has a little bit of an advantage because he can double jump too. But every character can run up and climb like that. That's not new. Y'all niggas be playing Warzone or some shit. He said my fault. Yeah, that's not new. That's old. Yeah, you know, is the Apex community happy? I guess. Love it when the writer who created the character is fired right before the debut. Truly an Apex moment. Fucking dickheads. Fucking EA, dude. Oh boy. We appreciate your services, but you're fired. Oh my god. What else I got for you? Oh, Sonic fans, sorry. Sonic Rumble has been delayed yet again. This news may be disappointing to Sega fans. Once again, Sega has delayed the launch of their next Sonic the Hedgehog game, Sonic Rumble. A free-to-play mobile title is no longer having its global debut on May 8th. It's now delayed indefinitely, meaning we don't know when it's coming. Yeah, fuck! They said in their press release, "We know this news may be disappointing, and it wasn't a decision we made lightly. We at Sega share that disappointment, especially because we're making this call so close to the launch timing we had originally hoped for. However, we believe taking this extra time is the right choice for the future of Sonic Rumble." And to that I say, Sega, don't worry about it too much. You guys sharing the disappointment. The Sonic community will be okay. They're used to being disappointed. It is what it is. Crazy thing is they probably pushed them to deliver the character faster so they could fire them. You're not wrong. That's how corporate America works. Chili dogs. Yeah, you guys have more time to eat chili dogs and right, DeviantArt, fan art, whatever. For those that don't remember, it's basically a ripoff of Fall Guys. Was anybody interested in playing this game? They need to remake Sonic 06? No, they don't. No, they don't. You said, oh, this is it? Fuck no, kinda, I'm good. Do you think this could take over the streamer universe? This might have been hot when Fall Guys first came out, but I don't know, like, if it has a slight chance just because it's Sonic. Another hot take by me, and I'm done. I liked Sonic 06. There are a lot of people out there that liked it. To that, I always say, y'all must have been kids when that shit came out. Y'all had to have been kids. And when you're a kid, you like anything because you're on a budget. But like, if you go back and play that shit as an adult, there's no way you can like it, but there's no way you can tell me objectively that is a good game. Sonic 06 was garbage. Like, I know for a fact a lot of y'all had to have been young that like Sonic 06 because Sonic 06 came out in 06. I was 16 in 06. And most y'all, I'm not gonna say, probably half y'all in the chat are younger than me. A lot of y'all are Gen Z. So like, if I'm 34, I'm gonna net most of you around 23 to 26 probably. Y'all ain't like that game. Y'all was just little kids. Now I'm 28. I'm not good, but I like it. I guess. Hey, you allowed to like it. I'm not the type of person gonna be like, if you like it, we love it. It is what it is. That shit was still ass to me though. I haven't even played a Sonic game and never seen one that made me want to start. Oh, this guy's different. The only reason I enjoyed Sonic 06 was because they introduced me to Silver. I feel like that's the only redeeming factor in that game is it did introduce Silver, aka Trunks. Had to save the future. Well, if you don't have any, since we don't have any new Sonic content because Sonic Rumble got delayed, if you do want some good Sonic content, I talked about it on the stream the other day. There's a comic book out right now. It's a limited run. I think it's either like 4 to 6 issues. It's only on issue 2. There's a crossover between Sonic and the Justice League. I'm reading it. Check it out. If you want some Sonic content, you got to read, but you can. You know, I actually have it, but you know, if you want to allegedly find it, you know, it's not hard to find. But I know some of you niggas don't want to read, mainly you PS4 niggas. This the joint with Sonic and the Flash competing. They compete in the first issue, but it was kind of like a little fun moment. There actually is a storyline involving Darkseid without spoiling too much. Basically, Darkseid develops a device that allows him to transport to different dimensions, and he ends up in the Sonic world, and he's trying to get the life equation or whatever. big ass spirit bomb or some shit like that. And so then they team up with the Justice League to try to stop it. That's kind of like the story. But it has like some legit like funny moments in it. I was like, it's not bad. It's not bad. And they find a good way to like relate all the characters together. It's not bad. Like I give it an 8. There's only 2 issues out right now, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah, the Death Equation, whatever it is. It's a good read. I'm enjoying it. Love the comic book haul on IG. I'm glad I got back into comic books. I've been enjoying the shit I've been reading. I picked up some new stuff yesterday. I'm not going to show it off yet because I'm going back today to see if they have a book. Because there was a book I was looking for yesterday. They didn't have it. They said check back tomorrow because it's an independent distributor and they're going to be a little bit late. Also, Saturday, for those unaware, I'll probably remind you on Friday too. Saturday, this May 3rd is Free Comic Book Day. So if you hit up your local comic book shop or look, if you don't know where one is, just Google. You probably have some in your town. It's Free Comic Book Day. 40 books are being given away for free. Just show up and you can get them. There's some good stuff. There's a Fantastic Four one. There's an Ultimate Spider-Man one. There's a Speed Racer one. The one I'm looking for, there's a Street Fighter versus Rival School one. Even if you're not into reading and you're trying to get your kids into it, or maybe like you got nieces and nephews, you're trying to get them to read more, maybe try comic books. You can get some free books this Saturday. Damn, hold on, TBH. What's your favorite Sonic game? My favorite Sonic game is probably Sonic 2. After that, I liked Sonic Adventure 2. No, Sonic Adventure 2 is probably my favorite. Then Sonic 2. Sonic Heroes at number 3. I probably put Sonic Generations at 4. I don't know what I would have at the 5. But those, off the top of my head, those are the 4 that I like. I never played Sonic Colors. I bought it for the Switch. I bought it and I never took it out the wrapper. I just didn't have time to play it. Shadow? Nigga, I never played Shadow. Like, hell nah, bro. I ain't never played no fucking Shadow. I'm not playing that goofy ass game. Oh shit. But yeah, Free Comic Book Day this Saturday. So, or if you just want to read more, they're giving away a bunch of free books. There's some good ones that are coming out too.
Super bag on a super like me would be super appropriate for a time like this.
Yo, shout out to Brandon with the $5 super chat. He said, what up, chat? Over 400 people in the YouTube chat and less than 300 likes. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. I appreciate you. Sonic Generations, that shit ain't fire. I said Sonic Generations, Dust. You don't listen. No, and fuck that goofy ass werewolf game. I don't like that game either, bro. That nut ass game. I know y'all like that shit because y'all was kids too. Which one was the one where he turned into a werewolf? Y'all like that game because y'all was kids. Oh, it's so cool when the moon comes out, Sonic turns into the werehog. Fucking Game, that game was not good. I played that. That game was not good, bro. Y'all like that shit because you was young. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That Medieval Sonic, yeah, Medieval Sonic was ass too. He's like, hold on, wait a goddamn minute now. When he turned into that werewolf, it reminded me a lot of fucking Saber Wolf from fucking Killer Instinct. I love that shit. Where would you play Sonic Frontiers? I didn't like that game. I didn't beat it. I didn't like it. I don't think the open world format does Sonic justice. And if it does, I feel like it was poor execution. I think Sonic benefits from having tight, concise levels with creative level design and a strong story. I don't think open world works for Sonic. You just called me out because I loved Unleash at Night and I was 6. When you're a kid, you enjoy things simply because when you're a kid, and this is what's great about being a kid, and that's why I say if there's any minors in the chat, enjoy being a kid because you have less responsibilities. You also have less money. So a lot of times you have to play whatever your parents get you or whatever you can afford at that time because all you do is cut grass or some shit like that. So you play your games over and over and you just learn to, problems aside, you learn to love it for what it is. Like you see the vision a little bit more, but it doesn't make it good. Versus when you become an adult, you have a job, you have more income, and also you have more responsibility. So you have to be more conscious of how you spending your money. You're going to become much more critical of shit. But when you're a kid, you don't got to worry in the world besides turning into a fucking werehog. Sonic DX was cool too. Well, Sonic DX was just the director's cut of Sonic Avenger, but it was good.
Chat twin. I guess dropping a super bag on a super nigga like me would be super appropriate for a time like this.
Brandon Davis, shout out to you for the super chat. Yeah, you lost your mind. This nigga said Werewolf Sonic over Werewolf Link. Yeah, I said it. Did you just put Sonic Unleashed over fucking the Twilight Princess? You niggas lost your mind. Y'all niggas lost. The YouTube chat is y'all want the whole YouTube chat get a 600. Hell nah. To each his own though. To each his own. It's all fun and games. He said, ban this man. NBA Street is a legit good game though. But who's talking about NBA Street though? We're talking about Sonic right now. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say NBA Street is a bad game. I don't even know where that take came from. I think he's just shouting random shit. Devil May Cry inspired Lost the Soul Aside has been delayed. I'm gonna get to it, Trey. It's been nearly a decade since the first reveal of the Devil May Cry Final Fantasy 15 inspired RPG action game Lost Soul Aside. Now the wait is almost over, though things are now going to take a little bit longer than expected. Lost Soul Aside is set to debut later this year, but in order to allow for some extra polish and whatnot, it will not arrive quite as soon as initially planned, as the developer has said. To match the standards Altazero Games have set for themselves, we're going to take some additional time to polish the game. What's the new release date?
You
See?
hear that, Shadow? Get off my man, Sonic!
We were literally just talking about this.
Follows this stream when you could be stalking. I mean,
He said, I do not condone that. We were literally just talking about this. Like, you remember when the summers used to be open? The summers are not open. As such, Lost Soul Aside will now launch August 29th. Another summer, although it's really a fall game because it's almost September. But we got games coming out June, July, and August. When games used to come out in the summer, it used to be mid to late August at best. Now we got it June, July, August. And we also got games in May because Elden Ring drops in May. This year is stacked. If you don't got no games to play, you're a fucking fraud, bro. You're a fraud. What do you mean gaming is dead? This is one of the best years in games in a long time. I'm overwhelmed. And this is my job. This is my job, and I'm overwhelmed. If you don't remember this game, it's like Devil May Cry. Why do these trailers always look fucking ashy on another website?
Your super chat is deeply appreciated. This money will go towards a 23andMe kit. I know I'm black, but I need a DNA test to reveal if I'm Taco Fall black or just Blake Griffin black.
This game does look good. Yeah, the music is hidden. It's a nice contrast. It's a nice contrast to like the action with like kind of the soulful, calm music. Shout out to Megatron with the sub.
I was gonna use to trick on Bruce the Bat, but I told that thought it's politics over pussy.
Sucks is getting delayed. At least we know it's still coming though. PS5, PC is looking good. You getting the other game that's similar to this, Tides of Annihilation? I don't remember that one. Oh wait, was that was shown 2 State of the Plays ago, right? I think I know what you're talking about.
Super chat. Your
God damn
donation will be used responsibly to pay
Hold
off
up,
the
y'all.
Gotham
Let me read these super
PD who look
chats.
the other way. They don't need to know why I locked away. I mean, trained 4 little boys in the Batcave.
Shout out to Q the Sage with the super chat. He said, I've started my comic collection, and my big complaint is Spawn is so expensive to get into for some reason. Well, anytime you try to buy any classic comic book, it's going to be expensive. So if you're trying to read like the original run, yeah, it's going to cost you money. You're going to have to find the alleged versions. That's kind of like, it's kind of half the reason to collect the comics because they're worth money. But if you want to get into Spawn, they just started a new run. It came out last week, so you can probably still find it in the store. I just read it's funny you brought that up. I just read issue 1 last night. It's called Medieval Spawn. It's a new take on Spawn during the medieval time. I read issue 1 last night. It's pretty good. I give it like an 8. It feels like the first issue is just setting up something bigger. You could tell, but the art is fire. I'm enjoying it. You said I need that. Check it out. It's called Medieval Spawn. I read it last night. I've made it my goal in 2025. I'm trying to read more, just to keep my mind sharp. You feel me? So Medieval Spawn is pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna stay on top of that. You reading medieval shit? Yeah, you know I don't really fuck with that medieval shit, but it's Spawn. So, and I never read Spawn. I fuck with the character. I seen the movie in the 90s, but I never read none of the comic books. When I used to read comic books back in the day, I used to only read Marvel. That's why my friends always make fun of me as the MCU head. I used to read a lot of Marvel. So I told myself I'm going to start trying to read new stuff. I'm trying to read all the Absolute stuff. I've never read DC before. And then I'm also trying to read more indie stuff too, which I believe Spawn is under Image Comics, I think. But yeah, check out. It's a new run. It just came out last week. It's called Medieval Spawn. I'll show you the picture. The cover art is fire. If you want to collect, you're just gonna have to accept. If you want to read original shit, you're gonna have to pay money. That's why I said I'm collecting the new shit, bro. And every once in a while, I might pick up something classic. Like the characters that I really love. Like I know I want to get a classic, maybe Daredevil, probably like a classic. I want to get that issue of when Wolverine and the Hulk first fought. I know that's gonna cost money. You gotta pace yourself. That is not it. Oh, this is it right here. Yeah, this is the cover right here. This is what it looks like if you go in the store. It's a pretty fire design. Yeah. You said that's big money? Yeah, big money. But I treat it, I'm not gonna buy that shit all the time. It's like every once in a while. Because eventually when I get in my house, I decided when I get my house, I wanna have like comic books on my wall. I wanna have like an art wall basically of nothing but like classics. So like I wanna build it up over time. And maybe mixed in with like some new stuff. That's like a good 200, probably. And I got one. My girl bought it, so I got one classic with the first cover of Venom and Spider-Man. But anyways, yeah, check it out. I recommend it. I'll probably read. I think I'm gonna read tonight because there's a new series that came out. There's a new take on the Juggernaut from X-Men. It's called Kid Juggernaut. There's like I guess there's somebody new wearing the mantle. So I'm probably start reading that tonight. What up? Heading to Colombia tomorrow. What you doing in Colombia, nigga? Matter of fact, don't even ask. We know what you're doing. Have fun. No sex before marriage, but wear a condom. No, it's not. Oh shit. I love comics too because they don't take up as much room as manga. Nah, facts. They don't take up a lot of room. But like I'm not buying every issue. Like I've made up my mind. I'm only buying issue 1 for collecting and reading, and then key issues. After that, if I enjoy the series after reading issue 1, I'll find it somewhere. I'll keep up somewhere else. I'm supporting the industry, but I can't be buying everything. I'm not rich, y'all. That's what I recommend. What else I got for y'all? We got Assassin's Creed shit. A crossover with Spawn and Doomslayer would be fire. It would. Everything's extremely cheap, but watch out for the scams just left there last month. Crazy. Found a foil Absolute Batman #1. Oh yeah, hold on to that. What's the name? There's a Battle Beast comic that comes out on the 14th. It was supposed to come out today, but they pushed it back. May 14th, Battle Beast #1 comes out. I'm looking forward to reading that. I also think it could potentially be worth money because if Invincible keeps growing in popularity thanks to Amazon, I suspect that Amazon might greenlit like a spin-off show or movie or something like that.
Appreciated. This money will go towards a
23andMe
kit. I know I'm black, but I need a DNA test to reveal if I'm Taco Fall black or just Blake Griffin black.
They did a spin-off of Adam Eve. I'm like, Battle Beast got to get a spinoff, at least a one spinoff movie or like a series or something. So like May 14th, look for that Battle Beast #1. I feel like my gut tells me make sure to get that one. Yo, shout out to Aquarius with the super chat. Have you caught up on Redcoat? I have not. I have it on the read list. I will read that one. But I didn't forget about it. Damn, I'm late. TBH read the court document of Apple versus Epic. They roasted the fuck out of Apple. Nah, I didn't. But I actually have this saved. I don't know if this has anything to do with what you're talking about. Let's get back on point. Fortnite will return to the US iOS App Store. All iPad kids rejoice. Apple could no longer charge a fee for purchases made outside of an iOS app. Epic Games versus the Apple judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers ruled Wednesday night. The judge had issued a permanent injunction in 2021 forbidding Apple from blocking third-party payment options, and the court found that Apple was in willful violation of the 2021 injunction and started to collect a 27% fee on transactions, which is bullshit. Like, they're trying too hard to control the damn phones. Made outside of the iOS store, Apple's continued attempts to interfere with the competition will not be tolerated, Ms. Rogers wrote in a document filed Wednesday. Gonzalez Rogers is looking at potential criminal contempt proceedings for Apple's violations. She's also said in the document that Apple's vice president of finance outright lied under oath when asked about the 27% fees. basically what I'm getting at is like they were charging people fees even if you side loaded content onto the app, I read when I read comic books digitally, I have because Samsung gave me a tablet. It's a Samsung S Plus. So I've been reading comics on my Android. I'm like, I don't have an iPad. I just call it an iPad. I just tell you, when it comes to doing certain types of thing, Android is where it's at. I ain't gonna tell you what I be doing. But you don't gotta deal with none of this bullshit. Yo, shout out to Q the Sage with the $2 super chat. He said it's always Marvel over DC and bet. allegedly. It's just a lot easier to allegedly do things on Android. I'm gonna leave it at that. So I think because I've actually had that Samsung tablet for like years. They gave it to me. I never had a reason. But I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, I can read comic books on this bitch, bruh. So I think if at any point I ever want to upgrade, I think I'm gonna stick to Android tablets. He said them APKs. That's good though. Fuck them, bro.